everybody. It's Charlene Adzima again here, week whatever it is. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how we learn tunes by ear. Now, if you come from, say, like the world of Suzuki, where you start out learning tunes by ear and then you learn how to read, you kind of have the best of both worlds there, which is really nice. If you come out of the classical world in general and you spend more time reading rather than playing along and listening and learning by ear, this might be a good opportunity for you here. And even if you're a Suzuki kid and you know a lot of these things, there might be something new for you here, tool-wise, to use, because man, life has certainly changed from when even I was a kid. So let's start. We're going to learn a tune called John Kelly's Concertina Reel. I got it out of a book and actually I got it from the guy himself, Seamus Connolly, great fiddle player. And he wrote a book with Laurel Martin called Forget Me Not, which is great because they've got kind of a basic version of the tune and they've got a ornamented or more fancy version of the tune, and they've got lots of great tunes in there. So you should check that out for sure. But let's start. I've got seven things we're going to do today. 7 different methods for learning a tune by ear. Okay, so the first one is passive listening. Okay, passive listening is obvious. This is what you do if you're a Suzuki kid. This is where you put your tunes on when you're doing something else. So in my case, I put my tunes on maybe while I'm driving or doing the dishes or cleaning up or whatever it is, after the kids. And but I thought maybe we could do a little bit of that here right now. Are you ready? Here we go. Ta-da! How fun was that? All right. So get your tune. You can get it off of charleneadzima.com. I recorded a version of it, and you can just put it on your playlist. And repetition is super important, and I understand if people don't want to hear it time after time after time because it might turn into an earworm, something that gets stuck in your head no matter how hard you try. Oh, maybe we do want that. When you're learning a tune, it is very important to see if you can turn it into an earworm, as irritating as it might be sometimes. So, okay, cool. So that's number 1. Number 2, boom, active listening. So now we're not just doing something else while we're listening to the tune. We're actively trying to figure it out. So, so let's have a listen to the tune. I'm going to use my VLC media player here, John Kelly's Concertina Reel. Let's have a listen. First of all, let's see if we can figure out what kind of tune it is. Here we go. Helps to find the beat. Is it a jig? Is it a reel? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or if you like, alligator, 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 alligator. Those are reels. If they were dinosaur, 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 they'd be jigs. How many parts are there? Here, we're gonna repeat it. Here we go. Do it again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. A part. Now here's the B part. And we're back to the A part. It seems really repetitive, doesn't it? Kind of starts out the same way on every 4 phrases, like that. Yeah. So you can spend a lot of time listening to it, and over time, lots of passive listening can give way to really effective active listening. Right. Okay, cool. So that's number 2. Number 3, lilting. Oh, yes. Remember lilting? This is how we talk tune at sessions. Hey, do you know this tune? And please do not be disturbed if you think you don't have a good singing voice. Everybody does it, no matter how good or bad your singing voice is. Just do it, okay? I'm gonna do it. This is a bit of fun. Do it with me. Here we go. So, I mean, I know that wasn't perfect. I know I did not sing every note. I know I did not sing every note in tune. The important thing here is you get that rhythm and internalize that, okay? And vaguely get, higher notes and lower notes. That's okay. You're just getting a general outline for the tune, okay? Next is number 4, finding solos, okay? This is sort of what I do for you on a week-to-week basis, right? Where I find solos and I play the tune and you play your solo. Now, when we get a tune that's just like going by fast, you just kind of got to latch on to whatever notes you hear. All right. And the easiest ones to hear are the ones that are like long. And there are a couple longer notes in this. So let's give it a go. All right. So I'm going to press play, or I'm going to get my fiddle. That seems more logical. I'm going to get my fiddle and press play. And let's see what we can find. Here we go. Ooh, there's a D. Oh, and an E. I found the last note of the A part. Maybe we can find... Ooh, are there longer notes here? Hang on. G and F sharp. E. Here comes D. E. Let's get those other long notes at the end. Now, admittedly, this is a really messy way to learn a tune, right? It's not very, I wouldn't say it's like super accurate, but what you're actually doing is you're making sense of the notes that you know, and you're doing kind of a little dot to dot in your mind over, what makes sense in between. They may or may not be exactly what you hear, and I honestly think that that's okay. You're learning to interpret the tune. You're learning to internalize how these tunes generally go. Okay, so I might do one more here where I'm just gonna kind of fumble around a little bit, so feel free to fumble along with me. Here we go. sometimes you can find notes that hang out. And you never know, you might find, accidentally you play the right notes that you didn't, and it's great. It's excellent. That's frankly how a lot of people figure it out as the tunes go by in the sessions. All right, you sit in the back and go like, I might have a couple of these notes and I'll get more next time. Okay, cool. So that's number 4. Number 5, slowdowners. I swear, if there was a better name for this, I don't know it. And if you know it, please let me know. But slowdowners, music speed changers, whatever you want to call it. There are actually quite a few apps and programs that you can use. 2 of my favorite work largely on both Macs and PCs and Androids and iPhones. Like, for instance, the amazing slowdowner is, it works everywhere. I think that the best sounding version of this is on my PC. It might also be great on Macs or iPhones. I am not a Mac or iPhone user, but I have Android devices, I have PC, and I know that this works pretty great. So, those notes that just were flying by, what are we going to do? Hey, look at this. Speed. Let's take it down. Geez, 78? Why not? Let's see if we can get more. I'm going to take it down more. Half speed. Ha-ha! At last. Ooh, there's a triplet there. You can also use the solo technique here because there are a lot of notes, right? So how nice is that? You can take any tune you have, go into File, open the file, and wow, this is a game changer. Back when I was starting to play, it was all about tapes, cassette tapes and tape decks. And for Christmas, I got a Marantz tape deck, a very expensive tape deck that had the ability to slow down the tape to half speed. Now, here's the deal, though, with half speed with an analog sort of tape instead of digital here. It takes the octave down, too. So you actually ended up with something that sounded a bit more like this. Let's see. Which is cool, but... All right, we'll stop that for now. But we're in a different world, and it's amazing. So, all right. So that's slowdowners, or well, that's one of them. Here, there's another one I want to show you. MusicSpeedChanger.com. It has an Android app, which is quite good. It has a web app, which is what I'm going to show you. Let's see. There's also a Chrome and Edge add-on where you can actually use this in YouTube videos. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. There is Apple version of it, only for beta. So you can be a beta tester if you want to get in on the ground floor here. So anyway, let's go to the web app. Ta-da! And I've got it all set up. As long as your music is on your machine, then you can find it and use it in the web app. No downloading or anything. It's great. And so let me get rid of that. And we can do exactly the same thing here. I mean, how great is this? Here, let's see. Yeah, right? So, that's all well and good. Slowdowners and the like, playing your solos and learning it slow and getting all the little notes that you're missing. Excellent. But what if you really want to work on a small section? You're like, I'm just not hearing this. I'm just not hearing it. No matter how slow it goes, I'm just not hearing it. Or you want to practice it a lot. Enter loopers. Oh yes, loopers. Sometimes called A-B loopers, so you can see the A, B like that. This is where, let's see, let's play. I want to work on this bit at the end. This part. So what I just did was I clicked the A on the section I wanted to start with, and then I let it go until I was done with my section, and I hit B. And then you can let it just go. It comes back. And you can take your tempo up if you want to work on that little bit. It's amazing. Speaking of amazing, Amazing Slowdowner also has that. It's a loop right here, and start point and end point. Amazing Slowdowner is not free. There's a light version where you can use like the first quarter of a track, but for me it was well worth the $50-$55 or whatever. Full disclosure, I'm not getting a cent for this. This is just me telling you what has been useful for me. So that's it. Amazing Slowdowner is not inexpensive, but it is very good on my PC. Music Speed Changer is largely free, although I think the app is like $1 or $2, which is nothing. And can I be honest? I think on my computer I prefer Amazing Slowdowner, better sounding algorithm. But on my Android phone, I much prefer the Music Speed Changer. It just sounds smoother, cleaner. Anyway, that's that. We have one more way of learning tunes by ear, and this is a really fancy way. So this might be for people who maybe have already done this, but I'll just mention it anyway. So I'm going to open up my friend MuseScore here. Yes. I thought we were learning by ear. Oh, we are. We're learning the tune by ear by maybe using one of our slowdowners and transcribing the tune. Whoa! Crazy talk. In fact, here, let me move this out of the way. What should I do here? I'm going to take it from the beginning here and dump my loop. I think that's a good loop. It's pretty close anyway. We'll work with that. And I'll use my, let's see, I'm going to move this along here so we can see everything we need. And here's John Kelly's concertina reel. I already kind of checked in with the notes and noticed that I've got both F sharps and C sharps, but no G sharps. So my key is 2 sharps. That does not necessarily mean D major or B minor. In fact, I think this is A Dorian, because the tonic ends on A. That's another lesson. We'll talk theory another day. Sorry about that. If you're interested, you can talk to me about it later. I generally like reels to be in 2-2 because we count 1 eanda, 2 eanda, 1 eanda, 2 eanda, like that. We don't count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 because they go too fast. So I like to count in 2. Let's have a listen. I'm going to slow it down a bit. How many bars do we have? Whoops. Let's take it all the way back. All the way back. Here we go. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2 means 2 bars, right? Yappa-da-dee, yappa-da-ba-dee. Oh, well, I already know what the rhythm is for the first measure. Yappa-da-da. So I'm just going to use A because A is my favorite note. Ah! I'll just, actually, you can just hit A a lot if you like. There you go. Let's have a listen again. Da, 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 yep. 1, 2, and the rhythm is different on that second bar. I would slow it down even more if you're really not sure, because it's totally, if you've never done this before, take as much time as you need. It's a great skill to have, though, to transcribe. There we go. Deedly-die-dee-dum. Now, you can do that one a couple different ways. I'm going to choose to do it with the 16ths. So 2 16ths and an 1/8 instead of triplets. Either way kind of works the same way here. Deedly-die-da, deedly-die-da, da-da-da, down buggy. So that's a quarter note and 2/8 notes. Isn't that nice? Wah! One of these days I'm going to remember that I can just do that. 2/8. So let's double check our rhythm. Whoops. Cool. And of course, then at this point, I would just move my notes around. Starts on what note? Try that again. Starts on a B. B, E, E, D. Do it again. Well, it definitely ends on that A. Da, 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 da. There we go. Ooh, it goes straight up from B. Da, 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 da. By the way, if you're not as fast at this as I am, please do not worry about it. In fact, some of you might actually be faster than me at this. And this is me knowing the tune, right? So anyway, I think you get the idea. This is not for the faint of heart, is it? Okay, so I'm going to list once again all 7 ways that we can learn tunes by ear. Here we are. Passive listening, active listening, lilting, finding solos, using slow downers, loopers, and transcribing. So I know today was a long one, and let me tell you, it took me an extra long time to get this set up, but I think it's going to be well worth it. Down the road, I'll probably do entire videos on, maybe you can watch me learn a tune, like a tune I literally do not know, and I'll go through everything I do to try to learn a tune, or maybe we can spend some time with Amazing Slowdowner or Music Speed Changer or even MuseScore, which is open source and free, by the way. Free download. Again, I'm not getting paid for this. What am I doing? Oh, well. I just like to be helpful, I'm afraid. Okay, guys. So that's all for today. Happy Friday, and we'll see you next week. All the best. Bye-bye.